Hello, my cherished ducklings. I'm Peri Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic, and you're you, which is the best thing you could be. And welcome to my show. Well, it's our show, really. I'm sitting here like a lovesick teenager, staring at the phone, waiting for your call. Meanwhile, um, I had a viewer contact me and ask me when the first time I had a mediumship experience. Essentially, when was the first time that you saw dead people? Which is a reasonable question. Um, and it was a while back. I was still married to my wonderful husband, who's an artist, and I was in his studio in Chinatown in New York City, and I was expecting a bunch of girlfriends to come over, but that night in New York City, there was the most amazing phenomenon. I've never seen this before since the for like 10 hours straight, there was lightning, just constant lightning. So between the the land and the sky. It was just like lightning, lightning, lightning. It was bizarre. And people being people, some people went out on their metal unsupported fire escapes to watch and were taken out of the gene pool. Anyway, so it was just me and my husband and this new friend of his who's an artist. I didn't know him. Very nice guy. I'm not going to use his real name. I'll call him Jake. And Jake very kindly, I was just starting to do tarot cards. So Jake had brought me as a gift a set of really nice cards. And we're hanging out, just the three of us, and we're talking. And suddenly I look at Jake and there's somebody standing next to him. Now, it wasn't like person, it was a little like a color slide projected onto water, but they were there. And I said, Jake, do you know somebody whose name is Sarah? She looks a little, uh, what does she look? She's a lovely little old lady. She's wearing a blue house dress with a Peter Pan collar, and she's holding a red kind of cake pan with this puffed cake in it. And she says her birthday is either March 13th or 15th. And he said, yes, that's my grandmother, Sarah. We don't know when her birthday was. It was the 13th, because the shtetl burned down with all her records in it, but we celebrated either the 13th or the 15th. So we celebrated the 14th. And then he said, wait a minute, how do you know that? And I told him that she was standing next to him. And then all these other people appeared behind him. And there was a man who is very conservatively dressed. And I said, there's a man in a three-piece suit wearing a hat. He says he takes you to the corners on Sundays to get you an egg cream, which is a New York thing, and buy the funny papers. This is back when there were really newspapers. And he says he's your dad, and he's holding a pinochle hand. I don't know what is pinochle? Is that a card game? He said, that's my dad. He died playing pinochle. And then I said, there's also somebody behind you who is very good looking. He looks like an American Indian, and he is lying in a deck chair and smiling and holding a beer. And then behind him, there's a woman with her hands on her shoulders. Hi, Rose in Orlando. I'll be with you in about 5 minutes. So breathe deeply and think about your question. So I'll be right with you.
Okay.
The woman standing behind him with her hands on his shoulders, and she's weeping. And I said, I described that. He said, that's my real dad. I'm Native American by birth. And that's my biological father and my biological mom. And I think we ran out of family members at that point, or else I fainted. But so that was the first time that happened. And it was, imagine just having a normal life, dum da dum da dum da dum, just wandering around being yourself, and then suddenly dead people show up. I didn't, I had to be polite. They showed up and I'm well bred, so I had to speak to them. And then for the next few months before I learned to control it, in my dreams, all of my friends' dead relatives would show up with messages for them. Interestingly, the messages were usually not that interesting. They were along the lines of, hi, having a wonderful time. Wish you were here. Not exactly that. But the messages were sort of like, hi, it's your Aunt Louise just stopping in to say hello. I finally had to put my foot down and say, I am not a voicemail for the afterlife. Knock it off. And they listened. So anyway, that was my first time seeing things that one normally does not see. So Rose, I'm just going to do the psychic tarot weather. Now, for those of you who watch regularly, and if you do, bless your hearts. I love you. May you win the lottery. I've got a story about that too, but next week. So I'm going to pick 3 cards, and these apply to if you just happen to be watching or listening, even by accident. These cards still apply to your week, and it's kind of astonishing how they actually do. I've noticed in my week, I'll be like, "Wow, isn't this what I predicted this week? That's weird." I don't know why I think I should be immune from my own predictions. But so the first card for the beginning of the week is the Chariot card. This is a great card, and this signals some sort of success in some combination of art and business. So this could be anything that involves something artistic, and that can be a lot of things. But it also has a business component. Interestingly, when I read, it's often a woman-led business, or it might be, if you're a woman, it might be your own business. If you're a man, it's a woman's business. But it's a victory card. Don't ask me why there are 2 sphinxes pulling a chariot. I don't have all the answers. Well, yeah, I do. But this is interesting. Middle of the week, which is a weekend, you might hear about or be invited to a wedding. Somebody's getting married around you. They just are. And it's funny because this morning I got invited to a wedding. So this card has already happened. Um, it could also mean that you're entering into a closer commitment with your person of choice. And if so, congratulations. And then the last part of the card is saying, take a little time. Take a little time, step back from the hurly-burly of life. Hurly-burly and the general miasma. Take a little time for yourself to retreat, get your energy back. You don't have to lie in a tomb with swords above you. That's optional, as this guy's doing. But it's a time to kind of just get a little objectivity, take a little time for yourself, take a deep breath. You deserve it. That's the week. Okay, Rose, thank you for being so patient, my angel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, I like your voice. I like to
Thank
connect
you.
people through their birthday. You're welcome. It's very nice. I like to connect people through their birthdays. So tell me when your birthday. You don't have to tell me the year. Don't ask.
It's
Don't tell.
October 15th.
Oh, a very good day. Yeah. Okay. And what's your question, my angel?
I don't really have a question. I don't know, wonder what you see in my future for me.
I think I can say with some confidence that the worst is over. um, I don't think it was last year, but you had a bumpy 2 years in the last.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. 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 Sorry about that. Um, yeah, it was a little like you crossing, trying to cross a highway and you kept getting hit by cars, except not that, but sort of metaphorically. It sort of you'd get back up and then get mowed down again. Um, that's done. You're that bumpy getting hit by metaphorical cars part of your life feels like it is over, at least for the foreseeable future. And do you, this is an odd question because I don't know how old you are. You have kids, right? You have 2 kids. You have 3 kids. No,
Grown.
2.
I have
Hmm?
grown. Yeah, they're grown. I do. I have
Yeah.
two sons
You,
that I gave birth to, and then I have
mhm.
stepchildren. Hmm.
Well, what's coming up for me is grandchildren. That was why I was going to say it's a funny question because I don't know how old you are. But there's some sort of
I have
grandchild.
grandchildren.
Great. I like them. You got another one coming up soon, too. Surprise! It's a boy.
Wow, that
Um,
would be.
yeah. I don't think it's intentional, but it'll be welcome and healthy. You have 2 grandchildren? I'm sorry, I can't quite get this. No, you have 3.
Grandchildren or great grand?
Wow, look at you. Damn.
I'm just asking.
Wow. Um, good question. That threw me for a loop. So I'm just going to, maybe it's a great grandchild you have in the way. I wasn't expecting that, so my guides were saying grandchildren, but maybe it's great grandchildren. Anyway, there's going to be a new arrival soon. Um, hold on a second. Oh, I like you. You got nice energy. Um, why am I seeing a cake? Why would I see a cake? Hold on. Are you a good baker? Strange question.
Um, I would be baking a cake. Um, any particular kind?
No, it's not a request. I mean, I would love a cake. I'm just sometimes when I work with my guides, it's a little like playing charades
There's a
with.
birthday coming up, like a week from now. There's, um,
Yeah, that's what it
yeah,
means.
my love's birthday's coming up, and he's not here. He's passed
I'm so
over.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, I like him. Oh, I'm sorry.
He,
Yeah, that
he's a
was.
good
Yeah,
guy.
he's a mensch, as my people say. Um, very funny too. Very jolly.
Yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
dimples or a dimple? Oh,
No.
lovely face. I've got then maybe he's just smiling a lot because he's smiling a lot. Um,
Hmm.
did he have an E name?
Have a what?
What was his first name? Sorry,
Jack.
I like him. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank
Um,
you.
so you have the stepkids are from him. His daughter is pulling focus. He has a daughter.
He does.
Yeah. She seems to be in a little bit of trouble, or she's pulling focus for some reason. I'm not sure why. Um, he's very much with her. Can't quite tell what's going. There's some sort of. It might not be showing up yet, but there's some sort of. She's going through a bit of a hard time. Give her a call.
She
Send her a
is.
cake. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. She's going to be okay. She can actually ask him for help. We can do that. We can. They can't volunteer help unless it's life or death. But let's see what else is going on with you. You have some sort of. Is it a committee? It's not a committee. You have some sort of community that you're part of. I can't tell what they're
Hmm.
doing though. Um, with some sort of activity. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not
It's
usually this vague. What?
some
Hold on. Let me see.
activity that in the community that I'm doing.
Yeah, it seems like there's a group of friends you meet with. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
church or something. Yeah. So I'm just seeing that you have a good social support system. I think if I were you, I would think about either volunteering or getting. Are you still working?
I am. I don't want to
No.
be. I'm getting
Oh,
tired of it. Been at the same
yeah,
place for a long time, helping people.
yeah,
And I like helping people, but people aren't all that nice anymore.
yeah. I've noticed that too. I say hi to my neighbors and they kind of walk past me, possibly because I'm wearing a giant chicken suit, but I don't think that should matter. Um, I think you're going to be at your work for another year and a half or 2 years. Sorry about that. Um, they're also underpaying you. You're doing about three people's job for the price of one. You are going to
Heard.
get. Oh yeah. Also, there's a real witch in your office. I don't know who this woman is, but she makes me want to punch her. Um, difficult broad. However, it looks like. Hold on. You have nice holidays. You're going to go away over Thanksgiving or Christmas. Looks like you might be going to Florida. So there's palm trees. Um, what else is happening with you? What I'm seeing, you've been having some health problems too, but I'm seeing them. Those are kind of clearing up. You had
Yes,
a
they're finally.
yeah. Things you're getting better, but the health stuff was it was sort of like your back, your neck, circulatory thing. It's like you were being nibbled to death by a duck, but the duck has stopped nibbling. So things are gradually getting better. Um, I'm going to have to jump off in a second because I've got Whitney in Columbus, Ohio. Um, Just tell me quickly about a part of your life, because that you'd like to know about. Because
I'd
I'm
like
thank
to
God I'm not.
know if I'm going to be able to move forward, trust, and move forward, meet
Yes,
somebody.
you'll meet somebody next year. Actually, you might meet them around the holidays, but you will definitely meet somebody next year. Nice person too. I don't know if you'll get married, but you'll be very good companions. You might get
That's
married,
all I
actually.
need.
Um, yeah, he's a good guy. He's exactly your age. He might be a day or two, like almost exactly your age, and a very nice guy. He's a little on the plump side, but don't let that put you off. He's a peach.
A
Okay, my love.
little
Thank
on the
you.
what side?
Plump side. Plump. Plump.
Plump. Oh, okay.
Plump. That's okay. Aren't we all? All right, my love. Thank you. It's a pleasure and
Yeah.
privilege to meet you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank,
And that color looks
thank
great
you.
on you. Thank you, love. Hi, Whitney. I'm so glad you called. Are you still there? Oops. Whitney got bored. Um, okay. While we're waiting for Whitney to come back, I wanted to share with you. I was reading through my journal the other day, um, as one does, and I found something that my mom said to me that I always think about before I enter a room or if I'm nervous. My mother was an actress before she became a professor. She was just a great lady. And she said, I was nervous about going to a party or something. And she said, before you walk into any room, throw your shoulders back and say to yourself, I am beautiful and I am loved. And then I wanted to share that with you because no matter who you are beautiful and you are loved. And it's a really helpful thing to remember. And remember to throw your shoulders back because good posture makes us happier. Whitney, are you there?
I am here. I am here. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened before.
No problem. You're here now. And that's all that matters. I'm happy to have you.
Thank
So, what's your birthday, my
thank
angel?
you. September 6th.
Ooh, I often talk in the show about how Virgo is the most misunderstood sign. People think that it's about mm, being OCD or being like obsessively neat or picky, but it's actually about idealism and a certain kind of purity. I love Virgos. I wish I was one. Maybe I'll start a sign change operation place. Anyway, how can I help you today?
So I just have a question about, I guess, my relationship. Um, I'm in a situation right now, and I just don't know if if he likes me the way I like him, and I just don't want to waste my time.
Can you tell me either his birthday or his first name? He's
His
not listening.
name
Trust
is
me.
Martez.
Mm. Oh, nice name. Yeah, I could see where that would be. He's very reserved. I actually think he does like you. You might have to be a little. This
Mhm.
is. I never say this to women, but you might have to be a little not pushy, but a little. This is not somebody who is emotionally forthcoming, is he? I mean, this is not somebody who sits down and talks about his feelings, unless you are holding a gun to his head and maybe a flame to his foot. Um,
Okay.
and it's hard. He's got a kind of reserved, slightly distant air to him. I don't think it's personal. I think that's how he is. Um,
Okay.
However, the best way to tell if a man's interested in you is watch where his footsteps. Don't listen to anything men say. I mean, the little deers, I love them, but watch where their footsteps go. If his footsteps go to you, if he shows up or pursues you or is around, then he likes you. If he lets 2 weeks go by between seeing you and doesn't seem is not his footsteps aren't coming to you, then I would say cut your losses and move on because you're lovely. I can tell a lot by somebody's voice. Also, I'm psychic.
Mhm.
And you could kind of have anybody you wanted. We always want the distant ones, though, don't we? I like my men tall, dark, and
Yeah,
unattainable. Yeah. Um,
that's
Interesting.
him. He's tall, dark. He's tall,
Yeah,
dark,
tall, dark, and
and like you
unattainable.
said, reserved,
Very
very
cute.
reserved.
Yeah,
But
he's
I
very
was
dignified. Yeah.
surprised. Yeah, I had a crush on him, and when he asked me out, I was like, oh, because I barely said two words to him. And we've been talking and so forth. He made a suggestion, and I'm just like, well, I don't know because I just don't want to waste my time. And if it's not
Yeah.
going to go anywhere, I don't want to put myself, in a predicament where, because I'm still going to have to see him every single day.
Oh,
So yeah.
does he live in your house? No. No,
No, no,
that's a little
no. We
tough.
work
Yeah.
together. We work together.
Yeah.
We work together.
Oh, that's challenging. Don't poop where you eat.
Yeah, we work together.
Yeah. No. I would take it very slowly.
Okay.
He really does like you. He's very pretty eyes too. Does he have like almond shaped eyes? Kind of very nice
Yes, I
eyes.
say they're like
Yeah.
almond color. That's what I like to say. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tiger eyes.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
Yeah.
He really does like you. He's
Yeah.
very dignified. He's very reserved. You might not know he's in love with you until you've been married for 3 years. But I think there's something here. I would take it slowly. But
Mhm.
you're natural. You're one of nature's ladies, so you do take stuff slowly, and you have a lot of self-respect, and good for you. So you should. Um,
Right.
and still, go out and dates with other people. But until I get a solid commitment for somebody, I'm still going to go out with two or three or four people. I mean, I'm not going. I don't. I'm not that kind of
Yeah.
girl, but you know what I mean. It's always good to have like a little
Yeah.
posse, because that way,
Right.
yeah, it keeps one from over focusing, shall we say. Um,
Right.
I'm all about having a posse. In fact, I have them all
Right.
tied up in my kitchen. Um, I think he likes you. I do. I think if any, he likes you as much as you like him. Um, just
Because I do have a posse, but he's my
I've
favorite. Like I had a huge
yeah.
crush on him, and when I found him, like I said, when he asked me out, I'm like, ah. But like I said, I don't want to waste my time.
I don't think you are wasting your
Yeah.
time. And luckily, you're both adorable. And I think you have a healthy confidence. I think you're adorable. I can also see you're very pretty. You've lovely bone structure. You got wide cheekbones, nice cheekbones. Can I
Mhm.
borrow them? I could use some
Mhm.
cheekbones. And you're beautifully shaped. You got a big cupid's bow on your lip. You got that heart shaped thing on top of your lip, which is so pretty. And you have a cute little
Thank
chin.
you.
You're very cute. Look at you. So cute.
Thank
And
you.
you're going to stay young looking for the rest of your life. Damn it. Um, which is annoying to the rest of us, but I still love you. Um, yeah, I like him. Just be very careful and keep it a bit of a secret. But I think you'd be surprised, because I think in a couple of weeks you're going to find out that he really likes you. He's going to get you a pony. No,
Okay.
I have no idea where that came from. Um,
I'm gonna say, oh, he give me a pony. He don't like me. Okay.
it's like giving your enemy's 3-year-old a drum set. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, everything else is going pretty well with you. You're very smart, and you have your life together. Get your finances under
Yeah.
control. I want to be you. You're awesome.
I don't think so, but that's good to hear. That's real good
And I
to
love the name.
hear.
Rose is always like my future daughter name. I love the name Rose. Yeah. Well, we've got a couple more minutes. Let me see. Dave, how much more time do we have? That's my producer. I like to see if he's still awake. Um,
Mhm.
is there something else in your life that I want to address? There's a little family issue going on with one of your brothers? No, that can't be right.
Nope.
With three and
I'm
a
the only
huh?
sibling. I said I'm the only sibling. I mean the only
Oh,
child. I have no siblings. Yes, I have no siblings.
do you have a cousin who's like a
Um,
brother?
I do. I have only male cousins,
Yeah,
and
getting that.
they we grew up together like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, reach out. One of them's having a little bit of trouble. Um, he's good looking. He's about maybe
Mhm.
somewhere from 27 to 35. I can't quite see. Um, kind
Mhm.
of slender, under 6 feet.
Mhm.
Um, but
Mhm.
he's kind of going through it, and I don't think he's going to talk about it. But since
Mhm.
you have a very sisterly energy towards him, and so you might
Okay.
just want to just reach out, bake him a cake, see if he's okay. But aside from that, everything's good.
Okay.
And I think you're probably going to get married next year, or if not next
So
year, then
I was
little after, like a little after
a
next
little
year. But
after.
sometime in the next 14 months, I would not be surprised if you got married at all. And you
So
look very
I
good. I
have
can
to
see the gown.
actually get divorced. I have to get divorced
Yeah, that would help.
because I do want I do want to get remarried again. Actually, sooner than
Yeah.
later. Um, sooner than
Hurry
later.
up with that divorce, because
But
that guy's. We've got 1 minute, so I'm going to tell you. I'm glad you're getting divorced, because that guy's not for you. And you guys came together specifically to have the gorgeous kids, and
yeah,
God was like, okay, next. Some
yep,
special kids just want to be born, and they'll pick their parents from above. And they'll be like, you and you, I need to be born, fall in love. And the
yep,
people fall in love. The kids will be
yep.
born. After the kids are born, the people look at each other and they're like, who the hell what are you doing here?
Like I
I'm
can't
like,
stand you. Right. And
yes,
that's basically how it
exactly.
happened. We had our
Yeah,
child, and then not even our child wasn't even a year old before we
yeah.
was like, we can't be together.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I've seen it before. Anyway, Rose, I'm so glad you called. And I'm going to have to pop off
Thank
because our
you.
time is coming. Thank you, my love. And take care of yourself. And remember, I love my callers. I get the best people. And isn't Rose delightful?
Thank
And, sure.
I really
Well, thank you. Call back. Let me know how you're doing. I'm Peri Lyons, PeriLyons, like Periwinkle, and then, well, Lyons with a Y. And remember, you are beautiful and you are loved. And that color looks great on you. Have a great week. I'll see you next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woohoo!